y'all. So it couldn't be fixed because that night he basically told me to leave. That take anything that I wanted out the house and go. And I know y'all are on the other side of this phone and you're saying, "Oh my God, Cheryl." Yeah, it was certainly, oh my God, to say the least. So the pain got so bad. Ooh, ooh, my leg. The pain got so bad. Over the next over the next 5 hours, 10 hours, next 2, 3 days, next week or 2 or 3, it was terrible. And some people I know rallied around me to help me, but that didn't work. I tried to pray and fast, that didn't work. You know, I was drinking and doing the most, that didn't work. Partying a little bit, that didn't work. And so one day I was on Facebook because this coffee shop situation started a wheel turning in my life. The coffee shop started it because I did go back and tell my husband about the coffee shop. And I did the live. And I did all these things. And so that wheel was turning. It was turning. It was turning. Life was trying to get me where I needed to be. It was time for me to deal with my issues. It was time for my self-awareness to kick in. It was time for me to see inside of myself. It was time for, see, because I knew what had been done to me, right? I knew what had been done. But what I didn't realize is that after that thing that was done to me, after I was infected with life, then I went on to hurt others. Oh, yeah. I was not innocent at all. I had a whole list of folks that I had vomited all over, right? But I couldn't see none of that. Only thing I saw is that which was done to me. I couldn't see that which I had done because I felt like I had a right to hurt because I had been hurt. But at the time, my self-awareness was at 0, and I couldn't see that. I couldn't see that. I didn't see that I was leaking and infecting others because I was looking at that which had been done to me. That's what I was looking at. But one day I was scrolling on Facebook. Y'all know how we scroll. I was just scrolling and I saw an ad. And I read it. The ad basically was a mirror to me. Every word was a mirror. And at the end of the ad, it said, if you leave your name, your contact information, then you can get a 45-minute consultation or free assessment. And if you're ready to live a life that you've always wanted, then leave the information. So that's exactly what I did. I did that. And I called and made the appointment, and then I forgot all about it. And then one day my phone rang because it wasn't cold anymore. The weather had changed, so I think it was early spring. Or it was maybe we were coming out of winter, but you know how sometimes you can have a nice day. And I was over at my mama's house. And my phone rang. And normally if I see a number that I don't know, even though before I left home, I remembered the appointment time, but then it slipped my mind. So then I saw this number, a private number, like unlisted number. And I was like, I ain't gonna answer that. But then something said, answer the phone. So I did. I walked outside and I answered the phone, and it was my coach. She was on the phone. And she said, hi, Cheryl. And I said, hi. She said, talk to me. Tell me what's going on in your life. Oh my goodness. And so at the time, I didn't understand who was on the other end of the phone. I didn't understand that this person had a skill set to look deep within to look deep within me. And one of the things that she needed to know very, 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 very early on was whether or not I had the ability to self-reflect, whether or not I had a level of self-awareness. Okay. Now I'm going to tell y'all how she determined that. But while she's doing this, I don't know, because I didn't know anything about that. You know, I just knew what I knew at the time. So I gave her the account of what was going on in my personal life with me and my husband. And I gave her my other history with my first marriage. So I just gave her overview. We talked a little bit about my childhood, not much. And the coffee shop was the biggest event. And even right now, the coffee shop is still the biggest event because that is what got the wheel turning. So, unbeknownst to me, my coach is getting ready to ask me a series of questions, and one in particular that would determine whether or not she would accept me as her client. Because some people can't self-reflect. They cannot. They do not have the capacity. They will not be helped because they cannot see themselves, because technically the self doesn't exist anymore, and they can't change. So I told her about the coffee shop. So there were 3 things that were said about me. And maybe in your mind you say, well, sure, those things are not that serious. It doesn't matter what you think about the things that were said. It only matters about how it felt inside of me. And it felt like death to me. Because the things that the person said to me. But anyway, let me get back to my coach. So the coach said, what did she say to you again? And I said it to her. Because, you know, I done told y'all here on my channel that people can see you. But it's not about people seeing you. It's about whether or not you can see it. Because, see, if you can't see it, it's a problem. Now, that's when the problem comes in at. But, so after I told her this 3 things again, she said, I got to ask you something. And I said, what is it? She said, how many of those things that she said about you are true? I immediately, I'm talking about without even taking a breath, I said, don't ask me that. Now when I look back on it, because as soon as she released the words, how much of it is true, then there was a part of me that started to tremble. Because I know what the person said. And up until that moment, it never dawned across my mind that what she could be saying was true. What do you mean? What you mean? I know what she said to me hurt me. Like I'm hurting. But it never crossed my mind whether or not it was true. So my coach says, well, how much of it is true? Then I said, don't ask me that. She said, answer it. And out of out of a place, out of the place, the deepest rhythms and regions of a person's soul, out of that place, I said all of it. I said all of it. And it hurt me so bad. It hurt me so bad to say all of it. Not one thing. Not two things. All of it was true. And she said, congratulations. I'll take you as a client. So when I say to you guys, self-awareness and self-reflection is the beginning of your healing. You can run, but you cannot hide. There are some people who cannot be fixed because they can't see themselves. There is no self. The self is gone. There is only a made-up person that they made up. They grabbed pieces from other people and made that person. My channel is the deep lane. I'm not garnering sympathy or empathy from anybody. I'd rather see you see me as a champion. A person vulnerable enough to let you into the deepest regions and rhythms of my soul, at the same time owning up to my shit and understanding that I have no right to vomit all over you. And that if my anger is hurting you, it's my responsibility to quell it, to run it down and put a harness on it and bring it in and make it submit and die down. That's my job. That's self-management. I don't have a right to come to YouTube and to infect you with my toxicity. I'm not looking for your sympathy. I don't want it. That's not what I am. I'd rather you see me as a champion. The ability to look into myself and to deal with me, because I ain't worried about you. So I'm here to show you guys how to look within. I know my job. I know who I am, okay? I know I'm a champion, okay? And I want you to be that. This channel is not for everybody. And for that person who cannot be fixed, I will gripe your soul. You will hate this channel. You will hate it. Because you will not be able to go into the deepest regions and rhythms of your soul. You won't. Now, cognitively, I think it can be done because other people do that. When they know that they're broken beyond repair. But they still have to go get help though. So my channel is a pointer to those things. If you can see yourself, whether you can see yourself or not, you still need help. Whether you do a 2-week course, 4, mine was more like 8 months. And then I've been continuing on because it's a life process. It's a life process. I never tell anybody that I'm healed, ED, but I'm healing, ING. So my clients, quite a few of them have gone into therapy because I point Not just here on YouTube, but in my real life. So, yeah. So my clients are watching. People that been knowing me for 25, 30 years. Yeah. They're not in the comment section, though. But they're watching. Yeah. And they know that person that I discussed before the coffee shop. They very much know her. Very much. Okay? And this new one, they know her as well. Okay? And so, y'all, kisses and hugs. The coffee shop changed my life. The coffee shop changed my life. It did. It did. Over a cup of coffee. Everything. That's when the wheels started turning at the coffee shop. My first point that I made when the video came in is that we judge. We judge. Don't say that no more. Don't say, Cheryl, don't judge me. I'm going to judge you. I'm going to do a reasonable assessment of you when I see you. Absolutely. I'm going to do that. We do that every day, all day. Now, we were taught that when we were children. Don't judge me. That's what a 10-year-old say. You're not 10. You're grown. We're grown. We're going to judge. Okay? Just get used to it. There's an emotion that comes around it. There's an emotion there. Go ahead and accept it. That someone is judging you. And then be okay with it. Be okay. Now, don't judge a situation too quickly. That ain't wise. Because, you know, you got to give. How many times have you thought about a thing? Think about it in your lifetime. When you thought about something, right? And you had this opinion of that thing. But as time went by, then your assessment changed. Okay? So don't forget that. And sometimes we can assess, or I'm gonna use the word assess, but I'm say for y'all's sake, judge, because you know people just think that. But you judge a situation or assess a situation too quickly. Because you say, I know what my discernment shows me. Well, your discernment is off sometimes. Don't come here acting like your discernment work perfect all the time, because it does not. This is the deep lane, and we deal with reality. So your discernment is not spot on all the time. No, it's not. And don't say that, because it's not. And it might be, but you don't follow it all the time, because we're human. And we want to make room for our humanity. Okay? So we judge. We assess. We do it all day long. Okay? I love y'all to pieces. I hope y'all enjoyed this video. We will be talking more. So, y'all, we got to get in here and talk some more about being empaths. Being empathic. Okay? Because a lot of times when you are empathic, people feed off you. You know what I'm saying? They feed off your energy. So I see the other now I'm gonna make mention of this, and y'all don't judge me for doing this, but I'm gonna do this because this is for our benefit and the benefit of this channel. Because you know, we're dealing with the reality. So the reality is I was attacked viciously by the toxic energy, okay? And the toxic energy, in my opinion, that don't have no, you know, can't look in there. And then I noticed after the fact that I think this is the first video since the attack for me. But this person done ran out about 7 videos. So, you know, that person gained a lot of energy, you know, from the engagement. A whole lot of energy. So you're welcome, ma'am. You're welcome. But anyway, I'll see y'all the next time. Kisses and hugs. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. And let me know, y'all. Let me know. Can y'all let me know in this comment section if these talks have added value to your life? That's what I need to know. That is important for me. I got a lot more stuff to share with y'all. Okay? I love y'all very much. Don't forget to thumbs up the video. Don't forget. It's important. Bye.